Welcome to today's video where we're going to explore an interesting topic in the Raku programming language. If you're a developer or just starting out with Raku, this discussion is for you. We'll be diving into a possible bug that can occur when using the run as last statement syntax within a try block in Raku. This topic is important because understanding how to handle errors and exceptions effectively is crucial for writing robust and reliable code. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear grasp of what this potential issue is all about, how it arises, and most importantly, what it means for your coding practices in Raku. Let's start by setting the context. In Raku, when you're executing a block of code that might potentially throw an exception, it's common practice to wrap that code within a try block. This allows you to catch and handle any exceptions that occur, ensuring your program doesn't crash unexpectedly. However, there's a specific scenario where things can get a bit tricky when you want to use the run as last statement syntax within this try block. Essentially, what this syntax does is execute a piece of code at the end of another block, regardless of whether an exception was thrown or not. Here's how it works. In simple terms, imagine you have a try block that performs some operation, which might fail and throw an exception. Normally, if an exception is thrown, the execution of your program jumps directly to the catch block, skipping any code that comes after the point where the exception occurred within the try block. But what if there's something critical you need to do, regardless of whether an exception was thrown or not? This could be anything from closing a file handle to releasing system resources. That's where the run as last statement comes into play. It ensures that certain code is executed at the end of the block, acting somewhat like a finally block in other languages. However, and this is the crucial part, if you're using this syntax within a try block in Raku and an exception occurs before reaching the point where run as last statement is used, it might not behave exactly as you expect. In certain cases, the code specified to run as the last statement might not execute at all. This isn't necessarily a bug in the traditional sense, but more of an unexpected behavior that can arise due to how Raku handles exceptions and block execution. It's essential for developers to be aware of this nuance, especially when dealing with critical operations that must be executed regardless of the outcome of other code within the try block. To illustrate this further, let's consider a simple example. Suppose you're writing a program that needs to open a file, perform some operations on it, and then close it under all circumstances to avoid resource leaks. You might think using run as last statement with the file closure operation would guarantee it. Happens regardless of exception. But if an exception is thrown before reaching that point within your try block, you might end up leaving resources open. Be aware of how Raku handles exceptions and the execution of blocks. Using run as last statement within a try block can lead to unexpected behavior if not used carefully. Ensure critical operations are handled appropriately even when using this syntax. Understanding how to work with exceptions in Raku is crucial for any developer aiming to write robust code. The potential issue we've discussed today highlights the importance of being aware of the subtleties of language features and their implications on your program's behavior. If you have questions or need further clarification on this topic, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable for helping us improve our content. Don't forget to like this video if it was helpful and consider subscribing for more informative videos about programming and software development. Thanks for watching.